This boy is IShowSpeed, who in his teenage life used to sit in a small room and game day and night. He used to do such weird things in his streams that many people used to say, "What is he doing like a crazy person?" But nobody would have even thought that the same boy would one day become so famous all over the world that his fans would one day go absolutely crazy for him. This is the story of IShowSpeed, whose achievements might seem easy to you, but the journey to get there was not easy at all. January 21st, 2005, Cincinnati, Ohio. This is where Darren Watkins Jr.'s journey begins, who would later become very popular by the name Speed. But before that, his childhood never passed with a simple happy family, because his parents got divorced in his early age, and because of that, he sometimes had to live with his mom and sometimes with his dad, meaning from the beginning, he didn't have a stable home. Instead, his parents' time was divided between their children, and because of this, his life became very unstable. On one side, his whole family was scattered. On the other side, where he lived, there was noise every day and some fight or quarrel used to happen.
I did kind of grow up like not in a not so well neighborhood, you know. I had a lot of fights, you know, I seen a lot of stuff.
That's how you got fast.
Yeah.
Meaning he had seen this violence around him at a young age. Besides this, Speed was also a popular kid in his school and was quite good at both football and basketball from the beginning. And as Speed said in an interview, if he weren't a YouTuber today, he might have been a football player. But along with that, Speed used to have a lot of fun playing games like NBA 2K and Fortnite from the start. And even streamers like Ninja were big inspirations for him in the beginning. And if you don't know, Ninja is a very popular Fortnite streamer who became famous for Fortnite. Seeing all this, 11 to 12-year-old Speed goes to his mom and says,
"Yo," I'm like, "Mom," I was 12 years old. I'm like, "Mom, I want to be a streamer." She's like, "Boy, it is crazy." I really think my mom remembered this. I told my mom at 12 years old, at 11 years old, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a streamer.
But for his mom, all this was a joke. For her, YouTube was not a career option at all. Well, I'm telling you this seriously, that making YouTube or any social media platform a career is very risky. Making it a career is even more risky because the lifestyle you see of YouTubers or social media influencers is mostly a lie. And in reality, it's not like that. And that's why making this a career is not as easy as it looks. But Speed had made his decision. Now, whether his mom supports him or not, he had to become a YouTuber. That's why in March 2016, Speed created a channel. He didn't upload any video on it until December 2017. At the end of 2017, he uploaded his first video, which was a 2K18 gameplay video. Then in 2018, he tried streaming where he played Fortnite. At that time, literally nobody watched him because there were already many creators doing the same thing.
Bro, thank y'all, everybody who's tuning in, bro. Subscribe to my channel, please, bro.
But after that, besides YouTube, he also gave Twitch a try, but unfortunately, that also didn't work. Because of that being exhausted, he quit YouTube as well. And if I tell you honestly, this is the normal path in a content creator's journey, where a phase comes where they feel like giving up. But IShowSpeed didn't do that at all. In 2020, when the pandemic was here and everyone was locked inside their homes, at that time, a friend of Speed gave him a suggestion that he should give YouTube another try and should start streaming again. And Speed did exactly that. For a long time, both of them streamed together, but a point came where his friend left streaming. But this time, Speed didn't leave streaming at all.
Let's fucking go, 700 subs, bro. 119 in the chat, bro. I'll put all of y'all in here, man.
Even if only 1 or 2 people were watching him.
I had that one viewer, and that viewer made me keep going.
But this obsession with streaming destroyed his focus. Like his homework remaining incomplete, even his classes were missed. And on top of that, his grades started getting bad. Because of this, his mom started understanding that Speed putting his whole day into games and YouTube was the reason all this was happening.
Wow, 10K!
Right, and it's very obvious that if you are 15 years old and you leave studies to do gaming and YouTube, then brother, you'll get slapped. What I mean is, I was also like that. And at that time, Speed's mom also felt that because at that time she was already a single parent living in a tough neighborhood and raising her child. And on the other side, Speed was doing all this. But Speed had made up his mind that now he would put his whole life into YouTube. And this obsession of Speed's easily pushed him from 2,000 to 5,000 subscribers in a short time because slowly his stream started working. 10 or 20 people started watching him. But then 15-year-old Speed faced a problem when his clip went a bit viral on World Star Hip Hop.
Bro, this fucking game is...
If you don't know what this is, then let me tell you it's a platform where people can upload clips on their own and many clips go viral there. But that clip went viral in a totally negative way, seeing which his mom and dad were both not happy at all. On the contrary, she was even more angry seeing this because in that clip, people were abusing Speed and his mom felt Speed was ruining his name, after which his mom put a condition before him. Either he leave streaming or leave her house.
No, she told me to quit.
Yeah.
Or I'm leaving. Like, you know, or like, you can't do this in my house.
Here, you know what decision Speed took? He left his mom's house.
So I'm like, I'm out.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I'm out. You know, like, I'm not about to stop. Like, I was already averaging like 20 viewers. I had like 1,000 subs, 2,000 subs.
Right.
She's like, what are you doing, blah, blah. Why is everybody talking about you, like, online, blah, blah, blah. Because it was like hate comments.
When Speed decided that now he would not live with his mom, after that he went to live with his dad at his house. His dad was very supportive of him from the beginning, but in every creator's career, a point comes where they create their own style, and for IShowSpeed, that style was chaos.
You're about to see IShowSpeed freak out over a game.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
And this thing started working for him too. Subscribers and viewers started coming to his channel. Even his stream started working. And on top of that, this time he had a persona that a normal streamer didn't have at all. He literally made his streams very different with his antics. Even the IShowSpeed friend who had given up streaming decided to become Speed's manager, and they both came up with better content ideas. And because of that, their growth speed up even more. They started clip farming. Like you see nowadays, many clips of Speed go viral on the internet. Like they picked the best moments from Speed's streams, and eventually those clips started going viral. But here another problem came for Speed once again. Speed's mom told him that whatever is going on, let it be, but along with that, complete your studies too. And because of this, Speed had to come back to his mom's house. And here let me tell you that at that time, he already had 20 to 30,000 subscribers on his channel. And even this time, Speed had to follow some strict rules at his mom's house.
What do you mean, be quiet? It's be quiet, it's 8:23. It's 8:24 p.m. This the reason. Chat, if y'all wonder why I start my streams early, it's because of her. That's the reason why I'm starting my streams early. Cause she got a rule. Everybody need to be quiet at 11 o'clock p.m. So basically, nobody can make noise at 11 o'clock.
Like don't stream after 11 p.m. or don't scream much in your room or in your stream. But this time it was clearly visible that Speed's relation with his mom was not very good. But it wasn't like when Speed came to his mom's house, he didn't benefit at all. On the contrary, after coming to his mom's house, his growth doubled even more. In March, April, and May of 2021, he achieved 50,000 to 300,000 subscribers on his channel just like that.
Everybody, we did this!
Stephen Lopez donated $1.99 through.
And after that, he hit 400, then 500.
I do it again over and over! I do it over and over! Keep us filming!
And even 600,000 subscribers. But his mom was not happy at all about this. When Speed hit 600,000 subscribers on his channel, his mom didn't even congratulate him. And instead, according to her rules, she told him to turn off the stream.
Mom, come on.
I don't give a fuck.
All right, okay, all right.
I don't give a fuck.
All right.
I'm gonna be on the recording.
Okay, all right.
Damn.
After which Speed came in front of the camera and apologized.
Can't celebrate this special how we usually do, man. I really apologize to the bottom of my heart, man. I just got done, you feel me, turning out, man. I really wish we could just celebrate our special how we usually do, man. I'm sorry.
And this used to happen with him repeatedly. His mom was never happy for Speed.
Hey, 100K!
All right, congratulations.
What? Just a congratulations?
I gotta do my own job.
Even after Speed hit 1.7 million subscribers, his mom just used to make him feel bad.
Come on, turn me up. Mom, come on. She always doing this shit. You know what, bro? Fuck this shit. I'm out. You know, I don't even have to.
Even his mom used to cut his internet in the middle of streams.
Mom, get out!
So now my mom want to cut off the internet now. My mom want to cut off the internet while I'm sitting here on YouTube doing what I love to do. You see how that sound? My mom want to cut off the fucking internet.
And that too when so many audiences were watching him live. And she did the same when Speed hit 3 million subscribers on his channel.
I don't know.
And sometimes his mom would come in the middle of a stream and something like this would happen.
Shut the fuck. Ah, bro, what is he doing? Damn, man.
No, I'm talking about the game.
Stop.
I mean, no, you stop.
Okay. Okay, I'm streaming right now. You always doing this when I'm streaming.
But here, to say Speed's mom was completely wrong would also be a bit wrong because Speed used to do all this inside his room, like sometimes breaking things, screaming loudly in his room, and even put firework in his room. But yes, we can say that Speed's relation with his mom in this YouTube journey has not been very great. But in 2021 itself, he did many things, like he released his music video, which is the most popular video on his channel today, which currently has more than 231 million views. And also he collaborated with many creators, because of which these antics of his could reach even more people, and people liked his persona so much that he got even more clout. Even in that same year, he did many crazy streams on his channel, and by the end of 2021, Speed had hit more than 4 million subscribers on his channel, and by that time, Speed had become quite popular, but only in a few countries. At that time, nobody knew him globally, and Speed wanted that people know him globally. And to achieve this, his subscribers helped him a lot. In 2022, Speed's subscribers had reached almost 6 million, but one day a random subscriber of his sent him a super chat of £1.79, and in it was just written, "Which football team do you support?" And brother, this was totally a random question, but Speed replying to it and said,
Bradley donated £1.79 through Super Chat. What soccer football team do you support?
Cristiano Ronaldo, suey. Simple as that, bro.
Speed would not have thought at all that the 3 words he spoke were going to change his whole life, because whose name Speed took is a very well-known personality globally. I mean, who doesn't know Ronaldo, brother? Why am I even giving an explanation? Initially, it seemed like it's just a funny reaction, but a clip started going viral on the internet. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere these 3 words spread. And slowly, Speed understood that this is not some random clip. And this time, he took full advantage of this. Because of the reaction to those 3 words, Speed's content was not limited only to America. Instead, this clip of his started going viral in Europe, Asia, Africa, everywhere. And after that clip, Speed's whole persona, his whole brand, started revolving around one name, and that was Cristiano Ronaldo. He literally started speaking ill of Messi, and he always praised Ronaldo and always took his side in his streams.
Messi might be like actually still ass.
Even when the World Cup was going on, Speed streams, and there he wanted France to win and Argentina to lose because Messi was in Argentina. He even openly spoke against Argentina and Messi, and even every single reaction of his used to go viral. His audience started seeing Speed as a very genuine and such a Ronaldo fan who could really do anything for him. He even made a song in Ronaldo's name. It even became Speed's dream that he now has to meet Ronaldo. I also remember this very well, that how much Speed was obsessed with Ronaldo. Even all his fans wanted him to meet Ronaldo. And a prank like this happened with Speed where he meets a fake Ronaldo, and his reaction at that time was worth watching. And then even I started feeling that when Speed meets Ronaldo, brother, his reaction is going to be so crazy. I mean, he had made his whole personality this. Now, even if many people hate him for this obsession with Ronaldo, but because of this, even more attention was coming on him. But whether you hate Speed or you don't even like him, one thing was clear, that you could not ignore him on the internet at all. And the same happened with Speed. Ronaldo's son used to watch Speed, and because of that, Speed's golden hour finally came when he finally meets Ronaldo.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm sorry. Oh my God! We're down. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Take a picture. Hey, take a picture. Take a picture, please, please. Oh my God! I love you, bro. My son tells you that. Oh yes, bro. Hey, I love you, bro. I'm a big fan, bro. Ronaldo, look. I got you right here. Wait, Suey. Ronaldo, Suey. Ronaldo, Suey. I love you, bro. Watch out.
And you all know how much of a viral moment this collab was, and even how popular this thing made Speed. And on top of that, Speed's reaction was brother worth watching, seriously. Then by 2024, Speed's popularity was already at the next level. Millions of subs were already on the channel. Now Speed didn't want to be limited to just gaming chats. He wanted to travel the world now and make his fans travel the world too, and also meet them. Before this also, Speed had done many IRL streams on his channel. Once he had come to India too. And here also he had done many things, and that moment was also very interesting. But this time his plan was to do tours, and then he first started the European tour where within 1 month Speed visited 18 countries. At every stop he tried to do something new, even did something so that the audience would have fun. Like when he went to Germany, he did something like this. Then he went to Albania, so there he met the Prime Minister personally and even shook hands with him. Then sometimes he would be in Poland, and wherever he went, his fans would find him, and that too in a huge crowd. After which, during this tour, his subscribers literally started exploding. 25 million, then 26 million, then 27 million subscribers happened, and that too in just a few weeks. Meaning the growth that takes years for YouTubers to achieve or they never achieve at all. Speed was achieving that growth in weeks. But with everything comes at a risk too, because Speed's fans would literally come in such huge amounts that it became a big problem for him. And the same happened with him in Norway, where one visit of his turned into a nightmare for him. Speed got stuck in a shop with his team because outside that shop, his fans had gathered in literally huge amounts. There was no chance of getting out. He even called the police, but the crowd was too large. Speed decided that somehow he had to get out, but as soon as he stepped out, his fans pounced on him. Someone was pulling his hand, someone was pulling his shoes, and some people even pulled out his hair. They were doing all this just so they could touch Speed once. Literally, the person who pulled out Speed's hair was trying to sell it on eBay. This was a very shocking moment for Speed because nothing like this had ever happened to him before. This fandom can literally be compared to a big pop star. After the Europe tour, Speed decided his next stop would be Southeast Asia. This decision became the biggest highlight of his career because here, Speed's fans were at a next-level craze. When Speed went to the Philippines, his fans were literally waiting for him at the airport. On the roads, fans would literally surround him. Even the police were having a lot of trouble controlling the crowd. Scenes looked like a massive celebrity had arrived. Same happened in Thailand, where a clip went very viral. He took a local tuk-tuk and drove it on his stream, and the rickshaw ended up crashing at the end. All these things were being recorded on his stream, and his fans were even making fun of him. Then in Cambodia, he was just wandering around randomly, and right then he hit another achievement, 30 million subscribers. He did that celebration literally live on the road while cars were stopped and his fans were screaming. Finally, it happened in Jakarta, Indonesia. When his normal stream started, his fans joined in. First it hit 100,000, then 200,000, then 500,000, and then 1 million. He added a milestone of 1 million viewers on his live stream. This was a huge achievement because no English YouTuber had done this before. He broke a massive record, and one thing was clear: Speed had become the most watched streamer in the world. And Speed has performed some such stunts and challenges that were very risky for his life, but still he did them for his stream, and this thing shows how much he was dedicated toward his work. Every person faces a shadow in their journey, and in Speed's journey, that shadow was his own mom.
You love me, girl, Ma. My own fucking mama don't love me. My own fucking mama, Ma. Why you don't love me? Why you say me all the time?
In the comments, some people were criticizing his mom, asking why she actually did those things. Like one person writes, "This is genuinely sad. I feel bad for Speed." But if we look at the other side of the coin, Speed's mom wasn't at much fault either because his mom just wanted her son to complete a stable education. It's just that her methods were a bit harsh. And this thing, viewers always saw live, because of which we only saw their negative side. His mom stood by him even when someone, after watching Speed's stream, called 911 and said that he was going to hurt his family members on stream. And because of that, the police arrested Speed at that time. But then his mom took a stand for him. There could be many such things that make it look on the internet as if Speed's mom never liked him, but in reality, it wasn't like that. But another inspiring thing here is that Speed never said anything against his mom publicly, even if he shouted at them a lot on his streams or got very frustrated in his streams. In the end, he always repeated one thing.
My mom always supported me, you know, she just didn't understand it.
Correct.
You know, I really love my mom, you know, she, even now to this day, she still supports me, she still does her little mom talks, you know, I love, you know,
As his career kept growing, he made the biggest purchase for his mom. He bought a house for them. And this thing shows that Speed always loved his mom very much, and slowly things kept changing more. Speed started winning many awards, and this time his mom was also proudly supporting him. Man, this story truly feels very awesome. Every person's life has a turning point, and in Speed's life, that turning point was a fan giving a super chat, whom Speed always wanted to thank. And to do this, he called him that too on his stream. His name was Bradley, and Speed calls him on his stream and says this in front of him: "You are the reason why today I am sitting in this chair."
Oh, you're the reason why I'm sitting in this chair right now, bro.
It's all down to you.
Speed also supports his brother a lot because, according to him, what he faced, he wants his brother to never face that. Currently in IShowSpeed's team, there are very dedicated people. Whether it's his cameramen or bodyguards, they are always a big helping hand for him. IShowSpeed's story teaches us many things. If you are very passionate about your passion or very serious about it, then this whole sky is open for you.
What do you want to be remembered for?
Oh, the greatest streamer to ever live. The greatest content creator to ever live. Say that.
And I think he has achieved that. He has created a legacy of being a greatest streamer. By the way, there are many controversial things with IShowSpeed as well, which many people won't like and many people will like, but what can be done? Everything has some flaw or the other. Anyway, this video was only up to here. If you liked it, then please hype this video up, and yes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I'll meet you in the next video. Until then, peace and love, and bye-bye.